Hello, good evening. This is Shawn Batchelor. Welcome to my week 3 review video for cross-platform mobile development term 1510. So continuing on the Android app that we created in week 1, this week we are doing some networking operations with it. So downloading information from Parse. I'm just going to go over the rubric in conjunction with the application just to show you that it does what the rubric requires. It says all that meets all requirements, good, and data is of at least 2 different types. Yes, from last week I did have a string type and a number int type go into the parse server, so that's still true. The app UI is always up to date with the server information automatically, and user data is restricted to that using the ACL. ACL was implemented last week, so I just want to show you that it is updated automatically from the applications. As you can see, the app is already loaded. I've already logged in. I got data right here that's being downloaded from the server, the parse server. And if I go in and I change the information on parse, so let's change this to many, and then change this number right here to 567. And the app refreshes every 20 seconds. It's going to download information from the server. So you should see that information updated not long from now. There you go. It is updated many, and data type B, which is the int, is 567. So it does what it says for that rubric. Next one is app meets all requirements of the good column, and the input is validated in such a way that only the proper data types are possible. Now, yes, the proper data types are being inputted. So if I try to enter, I have the correct keyboard type, so I can't really enter a wrong string and number. However, if I try to save something that doesn't have a string in it, even if it does have an incorrect, find some way to put in the incorrect number type in it, it's going to give you that error message that you saw on the screen right there. So yes, I do validate the input, the data type, and it gives the user feedback as required. For network detection, I check for network detection on everything that happens. So when the application is created, you can see in my on, if I can find it, my on activity created right here, I check for connectivity. I also check for connectivity when I store the data. So you can see right here, checking for connectivity. And I check for connectivity when I reload the data right here also. Nothing else. As a matter of fact, I also check when I do the delete, which isn't absolutely necessary, but I do it anyway. So I check for data connectivity on several occasions. So if there is no network connection, as a matter of fact, let me demonstrate that. If I were to turn my Wi-Fi off, let's do that right there. You'll see there's a notification on the screen. It says you are not connected to the internet. Connect and try again. And as you can see, my application controls are disabled, so you can't click anything. None of those buttons are enabled. And if I turn the Wi-Fi back on, you'll realize the buttons come back alive, and you can now enter stuff in the application. So there's validation, and there's error controls and proper notification to the users. All data synchronizes and displays between both platforms and the backend services. App checks for data updates via polling and synchronizes when new data is available. Polling is accomplished without application slowdown or freezing. So my application does stay updated. I don't think that it is implemented properly. I wouldn't consider it implemented properly because I was trying to get to use the polling with the push notification, but I just somehow could not get it to work. However, it still synchronizes, so it actually fulfills the excellent column on this, though not the way it's requested. Anyway, data is displayed appropriately based on user selections. All UI views and elements necessary to allow for CRUD functionality and proper navigation are present. Functional and intuitive app UI updates automatically on CRUD functions. So these are my CRUD controls. You create your text with the store button, reload, which is the update, also delete right here. So my create, my read, and my updates are in both this button right here and my delete. And as I demonstrated last week, those work. They work pretty much the same here, with the exception of the store text last week. When you hit store, it didn't automatically put the information in the 2 fields right here. So I can demonstrate that it actually does do that. And if you click, somehow I'm getting an error on my input type field. However, it does work, so I'll troubleshoot that and then I'll submit it, complete it. However, that is my application right there. Everything works as it's prescribed in the rubric. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Shawn Batchelor, and this is week 3 for cross-platform development, term 1510.